Yeah, damn. That seems so obvious when they plot it out like that.
Yeah,
That's
but people will
crazy.
always like
Yeah.
throw out like this bullshit. Like, well, look at this. It goes up and down. All right, sorry, I'll restart this now.
Cadal oscillation, or AMO, and it's caused by the huge ocean circulation known as the AMOC, as well as, surprisingly, clouds. I'll leave a link below to a paper if you're interested. In fact, every time you see a number on the screen, that's a reference in the description. Whether the Atlantic is in a warm or a cool phase has a huge impact on parts of the climate like hurricane formation, Arctic sea ice cover, and global temperatures. And right now, the AMO is in a very positive phase, meaning that the Atlantic is really warm compared to normal. That has a direct effect on the continents surrounding the Atlantic, with lots more thermal energy in the northern hemisphere, warming Europe and North America, and making Africa and Europe wetter while making North America drier. Wait, what? The UK resembles Tatooine right now. Incidentally, you might like the video I did about the planets in Star Wars. Well, the relationships presented in these papers show what happens on average. So, on average in the past, when the Atlantic has been warmer than normal, Europe has been wetter than normal. What that average response doesn't account for is the effect of other climate phenomena and variability on the weather, such as cause number 2, the jet stream being particularly weak. The jet stream is a narrow band of fast-moving air that circles the North Pole about 10 kilometers up, typically between about 50 and 60 degrees north. It's caused by the temperature difference between the pole and the equator, combined with the rotation of the Earth, and it's a major factor in what weather we get in the mid-latitudes. At the moment, the jet stream is particularly weak, meaning that the air in the jet is moving slower than normal, but also that the meanders we see in the jet stream aren't moving from west to east as fast as normal. Because the jet stream marks a boundary between colder polar air and warmer temperate air, if meanders in the jet stream stay put for a while, that means that regions south of the jet stream experience warmer than average temperatures for a long time. And conversely, regions north of the jet experience colder than average temperatures for a long time. The UK and Scandinavia, as well as lots of other places I didn't mention, are all south of the jet stream and have been for a while. High pressure systems have been sat on top of these places and refused to budge. That means that colder air and moisture struggles to get in and alleviate the hot, dry conditions. On the flip side, Iceland, for example, has had its greyest, wettest summer since 1914. And that's because Iceland's been on the other side of the jet stream, sitting further north amongst the persistently cold temperatures. So Iceland has been cold and wet. The lucky bastard. So what caused the jet stream to be so weak and stationary? Well, that's quite possibly reason number 3, global warming. The world is warmer now than it was before the Industrial Revolution, warming faster than any natural cycle allows for, and that warming is directly attributable to human activities, notably the release of gases like carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. There is no debate, the science is unequivocal. If you dispute any of those facts, then you are wrong. Well, the comments on this video are going to be fun. The globe isn't warming evenly, however. Due to a phenomenon known as Arctic amplification, the poles are warming faster than the rest of the planet, which reduces the equator to pole temperature gradient. And because the jet stream is fed by that temperature gradient, this results in a weaker jet stream with bigger meanders. And the bigger the meanders in the jet stream, theory tells us that the more slowly they're going to move around the Earth. So we get persistent weather patterns like Japan and the UK and Iceland are experiencing. As with all weather events, it is nigh on impossible to directly attribute a particular event to global warming. These conditions could well have occurred in an atmosphere without a single molecule of anthropogenic origin. But what we're observing at the moment certainly matches what we would expect to see in a planet that has undergone global warming. And apart from the weaker jet stream and persistent associated high pressure systems, the warming caused by these local short-term weather systems gets added on top of the decades-long pattern of global warming we've seen to give record temperatures. In fact, the weak jet stream and warm Atlantic also occurred together in 1976, when the UK had a record-breaking heatwave which is now regarded as a yardstick event. This current weather is the most severe heatwave the UK has seen since then, and monthly average temperatures are higher in some parts of the country now than they were in 1976. So thanks to global warming, extreme events are getting that bit more extreme, and research indicates that they'll be more frequent too. This summer in the Northern Hemisphere is a good example of what climate change is probably going to look like this century. When factors come together such as a warm Atlantic and a weak jet stream, the additional heat trapped in the Earth's system by anthropogenic emissions will take what would have been a big weather event and make it an extreme one. Highs will get higher, and as we saw this winter with the Beast from the East, you might want to watch my video about that, the lows will get lower in some places too. But the net effects will be trending towards a warmer, on average, climate. So when will this current heatwave end in the UK? Well, weather's notoriously difficult to predict. Long-range forecasts from the UK Met Office indicate that the summer isn't going to cool off significantly by mid to late August. The high-pressure system just isn't budging. Most likely, it's going to be uncomfortably warm with a few cooler days until September. And then, of course, the weather will have to change because, you know, seasons. But weather prediction is incredibly difficult, especially when looking more than about a week ahead. So this may well turn out to be wrong. For the time being, keep hydrated, avoid the central line, check on elderly neighbours, and if you can, enjoy the sun responsibly. This video was sponsored by Brilliant.org. If you're interested in how the world works, you should check out their expertly curated courses on science and maths, including
Yeah, I think that climate change is probably one of the largest issues we're facing right now, but it's like one of the least caring issues that we have. Like, we don't really care about it much.
Largest issues in terms of what?
Like big things that in the next maybe even 20 years will be impacting human survival, productivity, happiness.
And you think we're going backwards on it, like not forwards?
Oh yeah, we've been moving forwards on it in a destructive way for the past 200 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
This is all super interesting. But does anyone know about a list of ways I can love my cat?
Isn't Trump doing stuff to like reverse?
Yep. He actually just rolled back
yeah.
another regulation recently. I don't remember what it was, but I think it was related to climate change stuff. Somebody might know, but yeah. Oh, cute.
This stuff is crazy complicated, man.
Yeah, it is, but like, it looks like pretty fucking bad. Like,
yeah.
I like that this PragerU graph cuts off at the year 2000, but then when you look at graphs that go to 2015, you can see like there's been like an exponential growth recently. But sorry, what were you saying?
Well, there's so many people that are like trying to debate on the level that if it's even real, that it doesn't seem like we can get to the solution stage.
That's my huge problem, and it's why I have conversations. Remember the first principles thing? My issue with most people that I go to debate is I can't even get us in the same reality. So how the fuck can we have a conversation? We don't even agree on like what is real. This is like when I talk about like political violence, like these people are insane, dude. Like I wouldn't care if something, I don't know what I can say on Twitch, but like this shit, hold on.
The C-SPAN networks bring you long-form public affairs programming from the nation's capital and are a public service of your television provider. C-SPAN, created by cable.
Of national attention, and in case we have forgotten, because we keep hearing that 2014 has been the warmest year on record, I asked the chair, you know what this is? It's a snowball, and that's just from outside here. So it's very, very cold out, very unseasonal. So here, Mr. President, catch this.
When I talk about like my stance on aggressively deplatforming people, these are the types of people I'm talking about that should be banned from public office, public whatever, ban Twitter, ban Facebook. They don't deserve to be able to talk to anybody publicly. Maybe they should be locked in a room and fucking tortured until they grow a fucking like 2 or 3 brain cells that they can rub together to actually form like convincing opinion. Never mind. I'm in
How
a video
did that guy toss a snowball at Trump without getting tackled by the Secret Service?
Because he's a senator. I mean, like,
oh.
Yeah. He's not like a random.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, you
That's
didn't even.
a senator?
That's a senator. That's a U.S. senator. It's not a random guy. Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh God! Wait, what?
Yeah. In Hoffy.
How can that be?
Yeah. Welcome to the United States of America. Republican senator from Oklahoma.
Oh no! Wait, really?
Oh, and it was in 2014. He threw it at Obama. People are correcting that, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, sorry.
That's terrifying. So the guy literally brings a snowball from outside, and he goes, because
and that's his proof of
it's cold. Yeah. And this guy's like on an actual, like, I assume there was like.
Oh, the president and the Senate. I'm sorry. So I don't know if that's the vice president or just like the president pro temp or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know what that matters. Sorry. People are very pedantic, but there you go. Sorry, what's up?
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't even matter, dude. So he tossed a snowball at someone important. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Yeah. So like you'd assume that whatever discourse that they're having, is important, right? Like they're trying to debate law or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's terrifying. I don't know. That's just like one of the scariest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So, and you deplatform a guy like that because you'd have like a board of like reasonable people that have been selected and would be like, yeah, this guy's got to go. Is that how you do it?
I don't know how you would do it. I just know that what exists right now is totally fucked.
Yeah. He's the chair of the environmental community. Oh,
I don't know
God,
if that's actually true.
true.
Is that actually true?
Oh my God. Oh, someone in chat said it. Oh my God. Yeah, that's absolutely freaking terrifying. Oh my God. Jesus.
Look at his books. I mean, The Greatest Hoax, How the Global Warming Conspiracy Threatens Your Future. I'm good.
Those are the books of that senator?
That's the book, yeah. The Greatest Hoax, How the Global Warming Conspiracy Threatens Your Future. Oh, he was the chair of some environmental shit from 2015 to 2017?
Do you think that could have been taken out of context, like he's just memeing or something? Like, this is bothering me. Can I tell a story about this?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so like I was I don't know what the context of it was. I was running a stream, and a bunch of people sent me this clip about Jordan Peterson, and it was like a minute or two. There's the Vice Media thing. Have you followed this?
No. Explain it to me.
Okay, so the Vice Media thing was, I guess Jordan Peterson had like a really bad interview with this one dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went on Joe Rogan and he talked about it. And like, the Vice clip made it look like he had said like a bunch of stuff about women in the workplace that was like really weird. And then if you actually watch the full interview, he didn't say that.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is this related to Jordan Peterson?
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about.
Oh yeah.
So like what I'm saying is like sometimes like a person could do that kind of like snowball thing, and like maybe he's just like memeing or something. Like he could be completely serious, and that's really scary.
I feel like I watched that full interview. Is the full interview longer than like 20-some minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I saw the clip, and the clip looked kind of bad, but when I watched the full interview looked really bad.
So you think so?
Here's my problem with Jordan Peterson when it comes to normative positions, okay? Have I explained like there's like a normative and a descriptive claim? So a descriptive claim is like water is blue, okay? A normative claim would be like we ought treat each other kind, right? A normative claim I think is like a claim that is like kind of states a value or something we ought to do or whatever, and a descriptive claim is just like a descriptive of like matters of affair, right? Like this is a thing that is. So my problem with Jordan Peterson is Jordan Peterson never makes normative claims about some things, but he will build descriptive claims all the way up to the point where you are almost fucking begging the question. So, for instance, like when he talks about women, he will say all these things, okay? He will say, when women wear makeup in the workplace, they're trying to be sexually attractive. Or no, he won't say that. He'll say women wear makeup women wear makeup and makeup emulates things that show sexual attractiveness. Women and men may not ever be able to work in the workplace together. Women were happier when they weren't working. Women and men working together in the workplace leads to a lot of problems. He'll say all of that, okay? And then when you say like, okay, well, Jordan Peterson, I mean, like, do you think that women and men shouldn't be allowed to work together? That women shouldn't work?
No.
He'll be like, no, whoa! The liberal media is trying. I can't do his voice. Is trying to assassinate me. And you guys always say these things. And it's like, dog, like you know, or you should know that when you lay out all of those descriptive claims, every single person listening to you is going to come to the conclusion that wow, women ought not work in the workplace with men. At the very least, they should be separated, if not banned from working altogether. Because that's the logical conclusion of all the descriptive claims you've laid out. But he'll never take that final extra step. And I think that's why so many people get hung up on mischaracterizing Jordan Peterson, because he always says that, well, I never said that, and it's true that he didn't. But it's kind of like if I were to come on stream and say like Devin has really bad thought processes. I don't really agree with anything that Devin has ever said. I don't know if I don't think he has a formal education. I don't think he's ever said anything that's like been exceptionally intelligent or whatever. And then somebody comes on, or you come to me and you're like, whoa, are you saying I'm dumb? And I'm like, whoa, what? I never said that. I never said you were stupid. Whoa, where'd you get that from? Right? And it's like, come on, dog. That's what it feels like when I listen to like Jordan Peterson's like ethical positions. Is that like
Yeah, so you basically have the same problem with him as you have with like the able guy.
Kind of, yeah. But Peterson, I would consider much more intelligent than as painful as it is to say that. I think that Jordan Peterson's like self-help stuff is a very narrow field of psychology. I think he has some very good insight. And I actually
YouTube also.
When he's talking in his field. I actually enjoy listening to those conversations. It's very interesting. I think he's very honest with himself insofar as those conversations go. But when he steps outside that and starts talking about politics, history, social issues, holy fuck, I want to kill myself when I have to listen to him. Jesus Christ.
In a video game.
Hola.
In a video game, yeah. I jump off the GTA 5 building.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's...
Ola, jag kan inte höra dig om jag vet fan vad det gör.
One of the, so there's a guy, I've talked to you about him before, Gary V.
Kör rallybanan.
One of the reasons why I really like him is he's like one of the very few people that really stays in the like he's like I'm about like this is how to build your brand on social media. This is
Ska du hoppa nu? Du är med alltså. Så hoppa nu.